Hello and welcome to this new tutorial on Emgu CV. Today I'm going to show you how we can perform image segmentation using the grayscale values of the image, and sometimes we need to do the overlay of the segmented areas onto the original image. So let's do that. Let me create a new project. Go to File, New Project, Windows Forms Application, and I call it image overlay. Okay, and what I want to do here is first we need to do a reference to add reference to Emgu CV. Right click on references, add reference, go to the location where you have installed it, go to C location, Emgu CV. And one thing from this tutorial onwards, I'll be using the Emgu CV version 3.2. so it is the same procedure for downloading and installing as the other previous versions, as I have shown in a previous video. Go to the bin and select this emgucv.world, click on add and then OK. Next thing that we need to do is to, if your operating system is 64-bit edition, then you have to do this step. Right click on project, go to properties, and then go to the build, and you have to select this platform target as 64-bit. Click on save, and the last thing that we need to do is go to the project, add existing items, go to the same location where you have Emgu CV, go to the bin and then x64. Here we need to select all files and select all these files and then click on add. And now I will select these recently added files which are part of OpenCV, and then select this option of copy always. Let me create a simple user interface so that I can read the images and display them using image box. So let me do it quickly for you. Now let's implement this open method so that we can read an image and display it in picture box 1. So before that I need to include the Emgu CV here, so I'll say using emgu.cv and using emgu.cv.structure, and let me create a class level 2 variables. One is image bgr and its byte is depth, to I call it img input to hold the input image, and another one is of type gray and depth is also byte, and I just call it img output. Now when the user clicks on this open menu strip, then we will give him the option to the browse and select an image. So open file dialog is equal to new open file dialog, and open file dialog dot show dialog, so that we will show it to the user. And if the result of the dialog is okay, that is if an image is selected, we can read it into this img input variable is equals new img bgr byte, and then pass the file name that has been selected for reading into this img input, and then we display it in picture box 1.image is equal to img input.bitmap. And the next thing that I want to do here, I have created this menu range filter. We will provide this, I'll show you in a moment. We can do segmentation by applying a minimum and maximum values, so that if the values fall in this range, it will be replaced with a white, that is foreground pixel, otherwise it will be background pixel. And overlay, I'll show you in a moment how we can display those segmented areas in the original image using a different color. So let me first apply the range filter. It's always a good practice to use a try-catch block, and maybe you can show this one in a message if an error occurs. So I just say error, and then maybe we can show the error message. Okay, so what I'm going to do is img output equals to img input dot. First I need to convert it into grayscale image, so that I can apply on only one channel. So first I'll convert into gray. We can do it with the RGB space, but for convenience I'm just going to apply it, just to show it in range. So you can see there are two ranges, the lower value and the upper value. If the value of this input image is between lower and upper value, then the pixel will be set as the foreground, that is, it will be set to 255 value, otherwise it will be considered as background, that is 0 value. So let me hard code it, let's say 20, and the highest value that I want is 200. And now I want to show it in picture box dot image equals to img output dot bitmap. Let's just run these and see what is going on. Let's open an image. I have some images like this, and then apply the range filter. So you can see the hard-coded range filter I applied on it, and all these values that are in white basically satisfy the condition that I have set over here, that is, the values are between, you can say, 20 and 200. And now I want to overlay that image. What I want to do, maybe I should create another user interface so that I can dynamically select those values. Okay, let me add a form again. Go Windows form, I just call it form parameters. Okay, and let me do some setting here. Let's say its value to be, and this one is for the minimum grayscale value, this one is for maximum grayscale value. Okay, and let me check tick frequency, just I make it 5, and the minimum is 0, maximum is 255. It's okay. Let me make a little bigger. And also one thing that I want to make it is auto size. Let me make it false so that I can adjust this one, make a smaller one. Copy and paste, Control C, Control V, and then I'll drag and drop two buttons, and now everything is okay. This one, just I call it close, and this one maybe we say this one is apply. And also one thing that I want to do is when I apply range filter, instead of directly calling this thing, let me create a method, a public method, public void, I call it apply range filter, and this one expects a minimum value and an integer of type maximum value. Okay, and instead of doing this coding over here, let me do it inside this method. And here I just want to create the object of this form and open this form. Form parameter equals new parameter, and form parameter dot show. We can do things like this. Another thing that I should do here is whenever this form opens, here I need to create a variable of for this type form1, and I need to pass this form1 where in the constructor, and then assign this reference to the locally created object so that I can call this function, this one. I want to call this function from the form2, so I need to pass the parameter. So whenever I pass the parameter, then I have to say that form this means I am passing the object as reference to here. And once we click on apply, of course this close means this dot close. So when we click on this apply, what I want to do, first I need to check whether form is not equal to null, then form dot apply range filter. Minimum value that I'm going to select from this track bar 1 dot value, maximum value from track bar 2 value. Okay, so let me do this. Track bar 1 dot value and track bar 2 dot value, and this one will call this function, and maybe possibly I should say picturebox2 dot invalidate. Okay, let's run this application and check this one. File, open an image, let's say where are these, sunflower. Okay, and let's say apply it. Interestingly, okay, apply it. It is not showing the results. Why is it not showing those results? The reason is obvious. I'm still using the hard-coded values, so I should say minimum and maximum. Okay, new gray, I made a mistake here. Gray, minimum, and new gray maximum value. And let's see now what it is going to show us. File, open, go to sunflower, range filter. Okay, let's say somewhere here. It's okay. Does it change? Yes. So you can see these sunflowers have darker values in the center, and these are the lower the values, as you can see them. Similarly, if we increase the range, let's say higher the range, the brighter values are basically filtered out. So you can see these brighter values, and if we further do this, you can see these are the brightest values in this image. So this is the range value, in range filter, sorry, in which we can use the segmentation of these. We can use it to segment the image. Now what I want to do is that whatever the white values we have in this segmented image, I want to overlay it on the original image with a different color. So how can we do that? It is quite interesting and a very nice thing. So let me click on overlay. First I need to make sure, okay, let me say try catch. First I need to make sure that input image is not null. Or equals null, then I should return. It's okay. So let me create an image, and bgr comma, it's of type byte, and call it temp is equal to img input.clone. Let me make a copy of this input image. Now what I want to do, temp.set value. Can you see this? And an interesting thing, if I set a value like new bgr, let's say 000, all the pixel values will be set to 0 within this temp image. So that I don't want. What I want here, another, if we look at the overloaded, this one, I want to set the color. So bgr 0,0,255 red color for a given mask, and the mask is, we have already created this gray image. So wherever there is white pixels in this image, those pixels values will be replaced with this bgr value in this temp image. And I want to show this in picture box one.image. So that is the advantage of using this mask. So wherever this mask has white values, only those pixels in temp image will be set with this new color. Others will not be changed. So let's see the impact. File, open. Let me select the same image. Let's apply a range filter, say somewhere here. Okay, okay. And then I want to overlay it. So you can see these white places have been replaced in original image, the original image, and I have overlaid this. You can say the, using the mask, we have changed the color of these segmented areas. And in some situations you may need to just draw the boundaries around it. So how can we do, instead of filling this whole area, how can we find the boundaries of all these segments, you can say, and overlay those segments as boundaries of those segments onto this original image. That is also very, very easy. Instead of applying only the range, the in range, you saw that it gave us segments. We can then find the edges using Kenny edge method. I assume a very, very low value, for example 10 and 50. Now this one, instead of giving us the whole segments, it is only giving us the borders, and those borders will be replaced with these in this red color. So let's see it. File, open, and click on sunflower, click in range, let's say. So you can see these borders, and now we would like to overlay these borders onto the original image. So see, So that was a simple segmentation and using the in-range filter, and then how can we overlay those areas onto the original image using Emgu CV. Hope to see you in the next video.